Hey guys, we're going to take some reading notes together. We have talked so much about leaving tracks in our book as we're reading to help us better understand what we're reading. Today, we're going to talk about what if we have something we can actually write on, besides putting sticky notes and things like that in our book, okay? And I'm going to give you some reasons why we leave tracks in our book, and I'm going to start using the word annotate or annotating, and because that's really what it's called, is annotation. And then I'm going to give you some little symbols that you can write. I'm going to model it for you, and then I'm going to give you something you can try to do it on. I know you probably don't want to do this on your books at home because that would mess them up, but sometimes we can have pieces of paper with stories on them and do it to help us understand what we're reading. I used to do this in college a lot. Because the college textbooks, there's a lot of information, and I would read, and then forget what I read. So I found this method of annotation to help me. Now, I didn't have a teacher teach me, and I wish that they would have, because it would have made life so much easier going through high school and college. And if I knew this at your age, I would have been so ahead, okay? So, let me see. Let's do this from the beginning. Okay. So, in your journal, I want you to write this. I have already made us a poster for the classroom, but you're going to write the power of annotating and why it is so important. And we've been doing these things, okay? We just haven't explicitly talked about it. Okay, so annotating is when a reader makes notes and flags or highlights important details while they're reading. So it's the tracks we've been leaving as we're reading. Anytime you need to pause the video, okay? Why do we annotate? It's so that we can focus on what we are reading. We can understand the details of a text. We can keep track of thoughts and feelings. We can keep track of important details, prepare us to talk about it, to discuss it, and even prepare us to write about it. All of these things are reasons for annotating. So pause the video, get that written in your journal. So I have some quick little symbols you can use instead of writing a whole lot, okay, that will let me know why you're annotating or what your annotations mean, okay? So these are some things we're going to practice. So you need to set this chart up in your journal like this. There's going to be 6 of them. The first is you're going to put this little star, it's like a little star, for anything that you think is important in the story. So if you come across this sentence and you're like, ooh, the author put that there for a reason, it is important, you're going to put a little star, okay? The next one is underlining. I know that doesn't look like an underline, but you're going to underline any key words that you think mean a lot to the story. The next is you're going to circle any words that are unfamiliar that you do not know. And that's where we'll use our context clues. We'll use what we're learning about multisyllabic words to decode them. And we can use our dictionary to look them up to help us. Question mark. Maybe there's something that you read you just don't understand. Okay? And you can put a question mark there. And if I know you don't understand it, we can talk about it. An exclamation for anything that surprised you. Maybe there was a plot twist and a surprise in the story, or maybe you learned something new and it surprised you. And the last one is the infinity symbol where maybe you made a connection. Just like when I read the 9/11 book to you on Friday, I made that connection with that story because it was close to my heart. Just being a senior and just really remembering that moment in my life, that was a connection for me. And I could have put that symbol there. All right, so these are just some short little symbols we can use while we're annotating. Get these in your journal because we're about to do some. I'm going to do an example and model it for you what it could look like and how easy these symbols make it, okay?